Striking scenes from the windows of this Panama hotel. Confined inside by Panamanian authorities on Tuesday, migrant men, women, and children deported from the U.S. by the Trump administration sent messages to the outside world the only way they can. Some using lipstick to write, "Help us," on the glass. Two women scrawling, "We are not safe in our own country," on papers pressed up against the window. Others resorting to simple gestures with their arms. An immigration attorney for one family says she was not able to speak to her clients inside the hotel. Of the nearly 300 sent there, most are not from Latin America. Instead, they hail primarily from the Middle East and Asia, from countries including China, Iran, and Afghanistan.
Estas personas no pueden circular por nuestro país precisamente para garantizar la seguridad y la paz de los ciudadanos panameños. Nosotros le brindamos a ellos todas las atenciones necesarias, médicas, alimenticias, ¿verdad? Y de comodidad.
Because many of their home countries will not accept deportation flights from the U.S., the Trump administration using Panama as a bridge country to send them back and paying for the costs of the operation. An arrangement announced after Secretary of State Marco Rubio's visit to Panama earlier this month. Panama says 128 of the people in its custody are unable or unwilling to return to their home countries. The deportation from the U.S. leaving many migrants, including children, terrified and scared, according to the New York Times. One Iranian woman telling the Times, quote, "Only a miracle can save us," going on to say that her conversion to Christianity in Iran could mean death for her under the country's Sharia law if she returns. Another man quoted in the article, Mr. Wong, saying, quote, "I would rather jump off a plane than go back to China." Panamanian authorities say they're searching for a Chinese woman who escaped from the hotel with help from people outside. That distress, a far cry from the Decapolis Hotel's usual role as a haven for relaxation, leisure, and entertainment. Rooms there run about $100 to $150 per night. Panamanian authorities saying they are only housing people at the hotel until they can prepare space for them at Camp San Vicente, a remote outpost for migrants usually traveling overland towards the United States through the notoriously rugged and dangerous Darien Gap near Panama's border with Colombia. Tonight, many of the migrants have now been transferred to the Darien region.
And Marissa Parra joining us now from Miami. Marissa, those visuals tell quite the story. Obviously, we heard there in your piece that Panamanian officials say this is on a short-term basis. But the big question here, why Panama?
It's a great question, Sam. I'll point out a couple things. It was just a couple of weeks ago when President Trump made those very public threats, including online, to, quote, take back the canal and warning, quote, something else or something very powerful is going to happen. That is a direct quote. And as we reported, Secretary of State Marco Rubio also had a lengthy visit to the region. And so, if you will, those are two giant key factors that in the aftermath, Panama then agreed, we saw, to serve as a bridge country. Sam.
All right, Marissa, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.